Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my firm assists physicians with employment contract issues. Today, I'm going to talk about contract negotiation tips for resident physicians. So, an employment contract is something that a real employment contract, not a resident agreement, is something that really no resident has much knowledge of, in my experience. I mean, a large percentage of my contract reviews are with residents or fellows who are just coming out of training. They have this, 20-page contract. They have no idea what should or shouldn't be in it, or kind of what the terms are. And so that's kind of a large majority of people that contact me is just kind of work through, okay, what is in here? And then obviously kind of something that also comes up is, what is the strategy behind negotiating a resident's first employment agreement? So I wish I could give a one size fits all analysis, but I can't. So we're gonna work our way through it. So first, any kind of negotiation is simply based upon leverage. Does a physician have leverage or not? And this goes for any kind of negotiation. The individual or entity with the most leverage is able to get better terms of a contract. And so in some specialties, a physician coming out of training simply doesn't have leverage. And so those specialties would be essentially any specialty where a patient base has to be built up. So primary care, peds, cardiology, derm, like anything where you're not just, kind of doing shift work in the hospital or maybe some surgery, that type of thing. If you're not from the area, you have no ties to the area, you obviously have no existing patient base, you simply don't provide as much value to a practice as if you were, let's say you were an established physician in the area, you have an established patient base, you have a referral network. Moving to a new practice, you have much more leverage because you're bringing a large patient base with you. So if you're in a specialty where you have to build up a practice, usually that takes 12 to 18 months, which means you're not going to be that profitable in year one. You simply don't have as much leverage to get the type of contract that you may necessarily want. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have any leverage. There are some practices that have an absolute need for a new physician. And the reason why that would be is one, there's just volume is so high, they just need help. Or two, they could be in a location that's hard to staff to. So rural communities are always tough to staff to. I guess weather also affects that as well. If you're moving into a community that's hard to recruit to, then you obviously have more leverage immediately. I think one misconception is that physicians moving into maybe high cost of living areas, the salary doesn't normally reflect that for a couple of reasons. I mean, I'll use my hometown, Scottsdale, Arizona, kind of as an example. Scottsdale is a very desirable place to live, with being, it's a great suburb of Phoenix. The weather's great. A lot of people want to live here. Well, because of that, the salaries are depressed a little bit, simply because there are more people that want to live here. I mean, the same goes for, California and San Diego and LA and some of the, Miami and Florida, like the warmer climate locations. There's just more competition amongst physicians for those jobs. So that gives you a little bit less leverage as well. So some tips on kind of how to get beyond that. One, you need to talk to your classmates, those in your residency, some maybe those in fellowship. What do your job offers look like? What are you being offered? What's your base salary? What's the signing bonus? What's the productivity compensation down the line? you should get in there and compare and contrast offers from all of the other people in your residency program to kind of get a better idea of, okay, these are, this is kind of an average of what's being offered. Two, if it is a difficult place to recruit to, then you need to let them know that you understand that. Say, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I don't necessarily have to live here. This isn't a location that's, I have no family here. I have no ties to the community. It's remote. So I would expect, because of those things, to make a little bit more. You can attempt to Google some of the industry standard compensation surveys. So the MGMA, Horty Springer, some of those data is just simply not available to the public, but you can usually find, maybe a couple of years old, which will give you a better indication of, okay, this is what is normal. Now, the comp in there, the comp averages in those surveys are averages. So it's not just residents, people coming out of training. It could be people that have been out for 20 years. So you need to take that into account as well. And then having a great interview, coming off as being a normal person, easy to work with. Those are things that make someone desirable as well. If I'm hiring somebody in my law firm, if it's someone I think is easy to work with, if it's the culture that shows an ability to adapt, I'm much more likely to offer them more than I would be if it was someone that might be a kind of super high IQ, maybe super strong academically with writing skills, but maybe a little more socially awkward. Most places don't want that. They want someone that's going to be easy to work with and a good fit culturally. So those are some tips on how to negotiate a resident contract. If you have any questions, you can contact my firm in the phone number listed below in the description, or you can always reach us through our website, ChelleLaw.com. That's CHELLE law.com. I know negotiating/reviewing your first resident contract is pretty overwhelming. So I certainly understand kind of how difficult it is to get through that process. Anyway, hopefully that's helpful, and I appreciate you watching the video. Take care.